everybody, it's Jackie and I'm back with another journal flip through. I know I've been kind of inconsistent on YouTube lately and I just wanted to let you know that I am back for reals this time. My life went a little bit off the rails in November. As a result, I did stop journaling for a couple of weeks. I came back for December daily, but I didn't have it in me to do the whole new big series I normally do, but I did show you the finished flip through. I'll link to it below if anyone didn't get to see it. But it's a new year and I am journaling and I'm having a great time. I've gone back to daily journaling and this is my book. Do you love it? I love it. I'm so excited about this book. This book is the Dylusions Creative Diary, and it's actually a daily journal, and I saved the label in case you guys are looking for it. This is what it looks like. You get it at Michael's, and this is like wrapped around the front, and it looks like a regular Dylusions journal. Like, here's my art journal, and I'm going to do a flip through of this one too because I've got a few pages done in it. I'll put that in another video. But basically that's what this is. And then to do the cover, it looks a lot more complicated than it was. All I really did was I painted it white, and then I just did a bunch of random paint splotches and stenciling with acrylic paints. And that's the blue and the pink and the yellow that you see. And then I just traced out some stars using a stencil, and I watered down some purple acrylic paint and I painted outside of the stars. So what I did on the inside you can see, and I did some stamping too along with the stenciling. So you'll see like little black stamps and stuff. And then I just put little white dots all over it with a white paint pen, like a Posca paint pen. And I just put a little sticker on the back that says, say yes to new adventures, because that's what 2018 is all about for me. And yeah, the reason I picked this book is because it's letting me be a lot more creative. I'm doing a lot more art than I am, and it's really taking the pressure off of the journaling side of it. My journaling only takes me a couple of minutes in this book, and I'll show you how it is. So this is the inside cover, and all I did with this is I stuck a jelly print on it. I do jelly prints like using a jelly plate. Got them here, and I just put them on deli paper, and they make fantastic things to collage. I really love that one. So it's just acrylic paint on a jelly print, on a jelly plate. There's lots of great videos out there. I learned how to do it from Cat Hand on YouTube. And so I just stuck one of those down, and then I put purple around the border because purple is Pantone's color of the year. That's why I decided to use it. I stamped this out using some Tim Holtz stamps on some painted paper and just stuck it down. And then this is just a Bitmoji that I printed out. It's just a picture of me crushing 2018. And so I'm probably still going to do something with the inside cover. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Just work on it as I feel like it. And so these are what my spreads look like. I have been posting these on my Facebook group, which is Creative Journalers. Again, I'll link to that below if you want to join. We share our journal pages there. We have a great time. And I've been posting it on Instagram as well. That's also linked below. So a lot of you may have seen these already, but I just wanted to show them to my YouTube audience as well. So basically the way I'm starting in this journal is at the beginning of the week, I just do a little bit of art. And actually, let me show you the way that this book is set up. If you haven't seen it before, basically every 2-page spread has an art page on one side, and it has it broken down in days of the week, and it's undated. And they're just like beautiful art pages, and they're just like a starting point. Sometimes there's little doodles on them like that, and sometimes there's, let me find you another one. There's full-on coloring pages in here too, like this. So basically every week the book gets me started, and I just kind of go with it. So I just sprayed, I use these, I don't have Dylusions sprays, so I use these Ranger Distress sprays, and I think they work the same. And I just spray some spray on them and get it a little bit wet and smoosh the pages together, and that gives me my background. Did a little bit of stenciling, and then this is just a piece of a jelly print that I stuck down. And then I did some stamping. I just stamped on these stars, and that's these. And then I color them in. What I'm really loving right now, because the Dylusions paper works so well with water-based mediums, what I'm really loving is using sprays for the background, drawing or stamping an image on, and then coloring them in with my Jane Davenport watercolor markers, mermaid markers. And I find that that's just a beautiful combination. It's working really well for me. I've been doing it a lot. And then this is just a sticker. I'm using I put together a little Dylusions kit. I'll show you what I'm using. I'm using the Creative Diary sticker pad, which is, it's got borders in black and white and in color. It's got labels in black and white and color. It's got days of the week, or months of the year rather, in small and large. And then it's got all these little icons that are really adorable. Some words. I don't know. A lot of these words are not for me. I'm not negative like how about never. Those kind of, it's a little more snark than I'm comfortable with. There's to-do lists in there. I probably don't use those either. But there's these little bullet point things. I've been using those a lot. And more sort of label-y things in color and black and white. So I've been going to that sticker pad a lot. Then I've got this little box. Let me just move this over for a second. And you guys like seeing stuff, right? You don't just want to see pages. And then I've got the Creative Diary Washi Strips. I ordered these from a Cherry on Top. Had a gift card from there. And they're just lovely little washi strips. A couple sets of the Creative Diary stamps. So this one is, let me just put this on something white. This one is Borders. And some of them are super thin. That's what I love about this set. And they're perfectly sized to fit on these pages. And then the other one is, it's a two-parter, and it's all the months of the year and labels and numbers. And then I bought 2 sets of the die cuts. I bought the animal sets that have like cats and dogs and sea creatures and birds. And then I got the one that is, and there's like 2 of each. And then I got the one that's flowers, which some of them are like bunches of flowers and some of them are individual flowers, and they have spots and doodles and just delightful. So if I don't know what to put on a page, I just dig something in this box, stick it to the page, good to go. So back to the book. So if you take a look at this now, this is just that sticker that we just saw. This is one of the jelly prints we just saw, and I tore off another piece to back this photo. And I just stenciled out my year. I used Mambi stickers to put Happy New Year in foil. And this is a Mambi sticker as well. And so every day I'm just doing the tiniest little things. Sometimes I'll do some nice lettering. And those I do, let me grab them, using the, I forgot about these, the Dylusions paint pens. I'm loving these too. I got these, all this stuff pretty much I got at Michael's except for the die cuts. But they're just Dylusions paint pens, and they have like a super fine tip on them. And they're really easy to unclog, which is what I look for in a paint pen. I clog them up all the time. So yeah, I'll just do like a little bit of lettering to do a title using a paint pen. I'll just jot in a couple of notes. A little stamp here maybe, a little stamp there. And that's pretty much all the journaling that I'm doing. And then a couple of photos and a piece of ephemera. And that's it. That's all there is to these pages. They come out looking super complicated because I spend a week on them. But really, I'm just doing like a smidge every day. So easy. And so in my second week, I did the same thing. I just used pink and purple sprays on these pages. Oh, and I'm stamping at the beginning of the week. These are the Dylusion stamps to do the dates. I'm stamping those. On this one, I felt like stamping the days of the week too. I think I used Kaisercraft stamps for that. Yeah, I think they're Kaisercraft. And I did my sprays on them. This banner was already printed on the page, so I just colored it in with my mermaid markers. I used some Snow and Cocoa ephemera. I think that's, I don't know, crepe paper maybe? I don't know. And that's where the snowflake days came from. And again, just a couple little pictures from my week. And a couple little sentences, day to day. And little bits of ephemera, like I did some white strips. So I put a picture of from the packaging. And then this is one of the labels from the sticker sheet. This is a Mambi sticker that was too big for the page, so I just cut out the words and stuck them down. And one day I typed out my journaling and stuck it down. And I just try to use a few different kinds of writing, but nothing fancy, right? Like this is just using a paint pen. This time I just did box letters. This time I used a white gel pen on a darker background. So just little variations to give it some interest. Yeah, super simple. It's really simple. I'm loving how easy this journaling is. The next pages are about, I did the Women's March, so I actually had done art on this page and ended up covering it up with my photos from the, you might have seen it actually in my journaling group. Cut out some, I had these nice pictures from the Women's March of my choir up on stage. We sang in front of 15,000 people. It was amazing, and here we are actually doing the march, and I hosted a craft night, so I put a picture of that in there. And then I just used another one of the label stickers. This time I used some Heidi Swap Day of the Week stickers to highlight those, and again I just stamp in my dates, and that's easy. And I did a stamped title, I did a paint pen title. This is just like a little vellum, it was like a printable. I printed it a couple years ago, journaling spot, and I just printed it on vellum and wrote my title on there. And this is just like a little border sticker from the sticker pad. And this was just a journaling card that I from Snap Simple Stories that I cut out. And on these pages, again, I just did sprays and stenciling, like I stenciled some snowflakes on them. And it all just kind of comes together. My sister comes over actually every Saturday night. She comes over and we watch Saturday Night Live. We stay up till 2 in the morning, and I always do my journaling spread for the next week. And that's when I get it done. And then the next pages, it had a coloring page. So that was a no-brainer for me. So I just colored it in. And I changed a few things. Like she had eyes there and I didn't like them, so I blacked them out. But mostly it's the way it was, and I just colored it in. I used my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers, and I used some gold gouache here that I just wanted to test out. I tested it out on this page. And then since I had used my Zig markers anyway, I just took the same markers and I used them on this page. I just scribbled some pink, scribbled some orange, scribbled some more pink, some purple, and then used a baby wipe and just smoosh, 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 rubbed it around, and it blended in, and it gave me this kind of ombre background that worked out really well. I'll definitely do that again. And then this is just a sticker from my sticker pads and stamping again, just changing it up, like a little bit of paint pen for my title here. This time I just did a little bit of fancy lettering. Had a few more words here, so I scribble them in. This one I stamped with, you can barely see it, I stamped it with white ink and it barely shows up. Oh yeah, I did it like a face mask, so I did a picture of that, and I just stuck a little tag on there from the sticker pad. A couple little photos of some candles I've been burning, and yeah, just really simple. So yeah, that's it for January. That's all the journaling I did, and I just love this. I just work on it for like 5 minutes a day, and it's turning into this beautifully artistic book. And can you imagine one book for the whole year? I kind of hardly can believe it myself, but we're gonna see if that's how it goes. So yeah, I'll be giving you guys an update on this book once a month, and I'm gonna do another video and show you my Dylusions art journal, and yeah, that should be good. All right, so I'll be around, you guys. Thanks so much for watching.